Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and do a video here. I've done it before where I look at what I consider, in my opinion, rare DVDs and Blu-rays that I have in my collection. Now, some of you may say these are not rare and everything, and that's your opinion, but I consider them to be rare. So without further ado, let's check it out, shall we? So the first ones we're going to look at are, I guess you could say, artistic compilations. These are DVDs you can find online. This one is the 10 animated films by Signe uh, Baharman. She's known for independent animated films like Rocks in My Pockets and the upcoming um, My Affair with Marriage, if you will. And the reason she's known for those, and some of what you see here, is mainly the visual presentation of what she puts in the films, what she puts in her shorts and in her films and all that. Because what she does mostly with the films, but also with the shorts here, is she actually showcases visually what people go through. Like, for example, um if someone likes to, like in the trailer for the new film she's got coming or has coming, she has one of the main characters morph into like a bear or a cat, just trying to back off of, I'm assuming, their husband, because they're currently in an affair with somebody else, with another woman, if you will. So that's what I'm assuming. But yeah, that is basically her style. That basically she'll take certain scenes in a movie and certain characters, main characters in one of her films, and she'll have them go through a visual morphing representation of what they're feeling and everything, or how they feel, or how they view others. Basically, they'll get a more, basically, we, the audience, will see a visual metamorphosizing representation, like I said, of what is going on. Like if a character feels like they're melting into a puddle of goop out of frustration or in love and they're doing that, you'll get that. If one feels like they want to be part of the water and they just step on it and morph into water, or basically they feel like they're becoming part of it, you'll see something like that. Stuff like, it's that kind of stuff that's made her one of the more uh, well-renowned, you know, um, independent artist, independent animator and artist, out there today. And I got this like a couple of years ago because I don't know which one it was on here, but what I saw kind of intrigued me. And I think it might have been one of her films too. She also has worked with Bill Pimpton, if you will, and what he's done. So yeah, once, and I think that's how I found out about her, because somebody mentioned if you want something similar to check her out, and that's how I found out about this. I found out about her works, and that's why I got this, if you will. Then the next ones here, we have two by Joanne Joanne uh, Joanne Priestley, Joanne Priestley, and she's kind of known for doing the same thing, if you will, almost similar. In fact, one of her most known ones is right there, Voices, right there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but yeah, one of her main stories is Voices, which you can find here on the tube, along with Candy Jam, which basically Candy Jam starts out with a candy like representation of her face and all that, and then I think you kind of see her face, appear in a lot of the other candy shots and stuff. And then Voices is kind of like a little short film music video that she did, which is like, there's a image of it right there. And then here's the DVD and everything. And I think honestly, as I try to pull it out, yeah, it's just a regular DVD, just like her next one is. But yeah, her her style is very similar to where she uses different elements, different artistic elements to represent what she's trying to talk about and everything, or the message she's trying to send. And sometimes they do deal with, characters morphing into things or whatever just to get it across. And again, this is the relative orbits. And then this one is another one she put out called Fighting Gravity. And it's pretty good too. I think you can find some of these on YouTube, like I said, as well. So, yeah, you can find them on YouTube. I think she's done one. I think she's done something for like a band or something for a music video or something like that. I'm not really sure. I think it might be on here. I'm not really sure. And the difference with this one is she actually puts in an instruction manual of how to make an independent animated film. So that's pretty cool. And of course, there's the DVD that, just like the previous one, is a regular DVD. Now, what's interesting though is seeing Bauman's DVD. The case has to be fixed and everything, but what's interesting is hers is a DVD minus R, so it's one of those like on-demand products, if you will. But again, if you're into the weirdness, artistic weirdness of visual storytelling or metamorphosized storytelling and everything, then these DVDs and films are for you, especially if you're learning about art and everything in school. These are definitely for you, if you will. And for anybody that's wondering, this is why I always feel like there is a female version, or will be a female version, artistic singer and all that, wise, of the '86 Sledgehammer music video. I know Gabriel said, "Hey, good luck to anybody that tries to do it or redo it," you know. And I think he wasn't just being sarcastic with that. I think he was being honest. Like, yeah, good luck to you guys to try to, accomplish the feat I went through. I don't think when he said that, he realized that technology would advance as far as it has to really make that a reality. The other thing I have, it's not totally rare because you could probably still find it, but I have the Turtles Forever movie on DVD, the finale to the 2K23 series, right here. It's just a regular DVD, so I have that. Then I have the Turtle Power Definitive History of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles documentary as well. This is another thing I recorded, or not recorded, but burned off the computer. Then this one's kind of interesting. This is the first ever Nostalgia Critic Disney-cember. The first ever Nostalgia Critic Disney-cember, and this is all of the Disney, and this is all of the Disney-cember that he did, if you will. It's the complete Disney-cember saga, if you will, basically the complete one and everything. I think this might have been the first full year. I'm not really sure, because I'm sorry about it. I'm not really sure, but this is like each and every one of them that he covered. But yeah, it's all right there as well. So I can have that in the collection as well. And in this one, I'm sure you can get, but I think it's kind of rare because I don't think people talk about it as much. I discovered this off Toon Disney. This is Silverwing. It's one of those animated series that, when Toon Disney was around, they would license and say, "Hey, we'll take that," and that's what they did. And it was very, very different, very dark, if you will. But it was based on a novel series, and I'm sure some of you know about that novel series and everything. So, like, so yeah, I have Silverwing as well. So that's a rarity in my opinion. Then, of course, this is a little bit of a rarity, not much. I have He-Man and She-Ra Secret of the Sword, which I do think should get a Blu-ray release. And then looking around, I do have my copy of, in fact, it's several copies, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, several copies of Revolutionary Girl Utena, or Utena, the movie, or the Adolescence of Utena, Adolescence of Utena, right there, the anime, which basically is a retelling of the show, of the anime itself and the manga. I knew I had it somewhere. And then this one, of course, is Cutie Honey. This is a new Cutie Honey collection, volume 2. This is when I first found out about Cutie Honey and everything. First found out about her. I do want to try to get the new Cutie Honey series on Blu-ray or DVD eventually. But yeah, there's Cutie Honey there. And then Blu-ray wise, I have the Chipmunk Adventure, which is very hard to come by nowadays. And yeah, so there's those as we oops, hold on. I don't want to pause this because it might crash or something. So I don't want to put the game back. I'll put that back, that over here, here, and everything. Try to get it back to what it was beforehand, if you will. Doing all that. So there we go. Then over here, yep, there goes one of my controllers. Over here, I have the complete series of the Mighty Ducks. I actually got this off of iOffer. Yeah, somebody actually did what I was trying to do at one point, that got all the episodes on the DVDs. That's pretty cool. And again, it's another one that has to have its case fixed eventually. And this one I did myself. This is a majority of the episodes of 101 Dalmatians. This is just 2 discs, but you know, it has one of my favorite. It has the Dalmatian Vacation on there, and the 3-parter, I believe, and it also has Love 'Em and Flee 'Em, which is, I think, is really good. And in this one, I think you can still get officially somehow the Lunatics Unleashed complete series, but if not, it is a rarity, and I do recommend getting it just to check it out, because I think it's unique. I think it's a unique piece of, you know, Looney Tunes history, if you will. So have that. And then over here, as I try to move carefully, get down on my knees there. Over here, much of this is not really too rare. I mean, you can get them still, but if you want to look into rarity, and, you know, of course, like I talked in a previous video, got the Legend of Big Paw right there. And then over here, this one's a real rarity in my opinion. It is the Congress, which I still have to get digitally. This is the Robin Wright one with the animation and everything. Kind of like a metaphor, if you will, to what some people fear about with AI, celebrities fear about with AI and everything, but more exaggerated. And then of course I have Rock and Roll right there as well. And I, you know, that's basically some of the stuff I have. And then up here, these are the kinds you can still get your hands on and all that, which is really cool. And then down there, I don't know if I can get really down to it, I have Heavy Metal and Fire and Ice and The Necessary Evil, the villains of DC Comics, which again I consider to be rarities. But anyway though, guys, as I just knocked something down there, my battery charger, that's all I really wanted to say. On what I consider to be rarities. Do you agree? Let me know, and I'll